Hello everyone, and welcome back to Tea Time Crochet, and today we're going to be working on this basic slouchy hat. I know it's not hat weather anymore, but we have received, some bad news about one of my oldest daughter's very close friends. She just had to have emergency brain surgery, and then she's going to go through some cycles of chemo, so I thought that I would make her some hats to, that way she could have them. Right now, they had to shave one side of her head, and if she goes through chemo, she's probably going to lose the rest of her hair, so I thought it would be really nice to make her some hats, so she would have them on hand for when, that happens. But, I have not done a slouchy hat tutorial on my channel yet, so I wanted to go ahead and film it for you guys. And this one is made out of cotton. So I've made this one and another one that's made out of cotton, and then I'm probably going to make a couple more out of just regular acrylic, so she'll have a variety of hats to choose from. And I think it turned out really well. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to shake the camera as I do this, but this is what it looks like. And I think it turned out really cute. But even though it's not hat season, it is a good thing, to keep in mind that not all of us are as lucky as others. And, nice hats that are made out of cotton, especially for the summer, are really good for cancer patients or other patients that have had, illnesses where they've had to, where they've lost their hair. So, not that there's anything wrong with going around, with no hair. That's perfectly fine. But, there are some people that are self-conscious about it, and they like to wear hats to, kind of make them feel a little bit better. So I wanted to make her a few pretty ones that, I thought she would like. She said that she would like, in colors of blue. Unfortunately, I don't have a single blue skein of yarn here in my stash, so I just kind of chose things that had little touches of blue in them, and I hope that she'll still like them. So I'm going to go ahead and get to the tutorial now. Okay, so the things that you're going to need are, you're going to need a worsted weight yarn. I'm going to be using this Peaches and Cream cotton, simply because it's, better for the summertime. So I have this big cone, and this one is called Happy Go Lucky, so it's white with some blues and greens and yellows in it. You're going to need a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, and you're also going to need a 4 millimeter crochet hook, your scissors, and a yarn needle with a large eye. So we are going to start off with our 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. We're going to slip stitch to join into this beginning stitch. And then we're going to chain 1. As usual, the chain 1 we pretend doesn't even exist. It's just to get us a little bit higher to do our double crochet. So we're going to put 12 double crochets into that ring. So this is 1. 2. 3, and make sure you're working over your tail as you're doing it. It's less that you have to do at the end. and this is 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're going to slip stitch to join to that beginning double crochet. And we can go ahead and give that end a tug to close up that center. So for the next round, we're going to be putting 2 double crochets in every stitch around. So once again, we're going to chain 1, pretend like it doesn't even exist, and put 2 double crochets into each stitch around. So there's our last stitch. We're going to slip stitch to join. Okay, so for round 3, we're going to chain 1. And we're going to put 1 double crochet into that beginning stitch, and then 2 double crochets in the next stitch, and that is the repeat for this round. So in the next stitch would be 1 double crochet, and then the next stitch would be 2 double crochets. So go ahead and finish out this round, and I will meet up with you when I finished mine. Okay, so I finished all of my row, and you should end on an increase, and we're going to slip stitch to join. So we're going to chain 1, and we're going to go back into that beginning double crochet or beginning stitch with a double crochet. And then we're going to put 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and then 2 double crochets in the next. And that is our repeat for this round. So in the next one, we're going to put 1 double crochet, and then 1 double crochet in the next, and then 2 double crochets in the next. So go ahead and finish out this round, and I will meet up with you when I finished mine. Okay, so I completed my round. I'm going to slip stitch to join to this beginning double crochet. So for the next round, we're going to chain 1 and put 1 double crochet into that beginning stitch, and 1 double crochet in the next stitch, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and then 2 double crochets in the next. And that is our repeat for this round. So once again, that's 1 double crochet in the next stitch, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and then 2 double crochets in the next. So that's 3 double crochets in between our increased stitches. So go ahead and finish out the round, and I will meet up with you when I have finished mine. Okay, so I finished my round, and we're going to slip stitch to join. Oops. And then we have one more round of increases. So for round 6, we're going to chain 1, put 1 double crochet into that beginning stitch, and then 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and in the next stitch, and in the next stitch, and then in the 5th stitch we're going to put 2 double crochets. So every 5th stitch will be an increase. And that is your repeat for this round. So once again, the next 4 stitches, put 1 double crochet in each one of those. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then in the next stitch would be an increase. So every 5th stitch, you're going to put 2 double crochets for an increase. So go ahead and finish that out, and I will meet up with you when I am done with my row. Okay, so I finished that round. You should have ended on an increase. We're going to slip stitch to join, and we are done with our increase rows. So for the next several rounds, it's just going to be 1 double crochet in every stitch around, and that is for rows 7 through 12. So we're going to chain 1, and we're going to put a double crochet in that beginning stitch, and then 1 double crochet in every stitch around. So you're just going to repeat that all the way around, and then when you get back to, or when you get to your last stitch, you're going to slip stitch to join to the beginning double crochet there, and then you're going to do that for a total until your hat measures a total of 12 rows. So that's including these 6, so you're going to do 6 more rows of just regular double crochet. So I'm going to go ahead and do all of my rows, and I will meet up with you when I have my total of 12 rows, and then we'll work on the band of the hat. So go ahead and finish out that. Okay, so I finished all 12 of my rows, and now we're going to be working on the band. So we're going to switch to our 4mm crochet hook, and what we're going to do for this first row here is we're going to decrease every 5th stitch. So we're going to start our single crochet row. So I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to go into that beginning stitch with a single crochet, and then I'm going to single crochet in the first 4 stitches, 3 and 4, and then over the next 2 stitches we're going to decrease 1. So I'm going to go into that stitch, pull up a loop, and then I'm going to go into the next stitch and pull up a loop, and then I'm going to go through 2 loops and go through the last 2 loops. So that decreases those 2 stitches to 1. So I'm going to single crochet in the next 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I'm going to decrease over the next 2, so I'm going to go into that stitch, pull up a loop, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. So we're going to repeat that all the way around until we get back to where we started. If you need to put a stitch marker there, you can. It can kind of get a little hidden there, but remember we're going into the top of the single crochet, not the chain 1. So go ahead and do that, and then I will meet up with you when I have finished mine. Okay, so I ended on a decrease, so I'm going to slip stitch to join into the top of the first single crochet here, and then the next, and see how much that drew all that in, and that's all the decreasing that we need to do. So the next 2 rows are just going to be 1 single crochet in every stitch. So I'm going to chain 1 here, and then I'm going to go back into that beginning the beginning stitch right there with a single crochet, and then I'm going to put 1 single crochet in every stitch. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. You're going to go all the way around, and then you're going to slip stitch to join in the top of that single crochet, and then you're going to repeat that one more time. So I will meet up with you when I have completed my next 2 rows. Okay, so I finished my 2 rows, and then I just slip stitch to join, and then I'm just going to fasten off. So the last thing that you'll need to do is just hide your tails, and your slouchy hat is done. So thanks for watching. Have a great day.